What up? 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 G and B. You already know what time it is, man. It's my time. It's my time. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Welcome back, and all of that good shit. I was going a lot of different places, but let's go.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
39.
Oh my, winter is here. What do you got for me? We talking about
Winter is
IG
here.
models. We talking about baddies and 100 octanes, ballers and executives.
No, actually, I'm more about, like, what about women that makes enough money?
What about
And
women?
that makes enough money, that don't necessarily need any baddies or ballers.
What about a woman who makes money?
Yeah, that's just, like, independent and not necessarily
Who cares? Who cares? Buy a dog, die alone. We don't care. We don't care about your money because you ain't spending it on us. Your
No,
money
I'm
means
not. No.
Listen. Okay. Men don't care about your money because we cannot administer it.
That's not what I said, yeah.
Okay. Then restate your question. You said, what about the women who have money and don't need a man?
Yeah, because I think I heard earlier you saying that if you're like 25 or above 35, you gotta take whatever.
No, that's not what I said. No,
There's no such thing as not needing a man.
I'm talking about a specific subset. But
It's
are we
impossible.
talking about women like you? Do you make money?
I'm okay. I think so. I think
So
I have food in the roof, so I think I'm doing fine.
Are we talking about women like you? Because what I don't like to do is I don't like to talk about things that are not you or relevant to the subject. We can that's just a bunch of nothing. So,
Gets
are you
nobody
married?
nowhere.
I'm not.
Do you want to be married?
I do. Yes.
Do you have a bachelor's, master's, or a PhD?
I have what I'm not from here, but what I have is similar to a bachelor's degree. Yes.
All right. And do you make over six figures?
Yes.
All right. Then why aren't you married?
I don't know. That's why I'm listening to you to try to understand also the other side.
Because we don't care about your bachelor's or your six figures.
Yes, which I never told anyone. You're the one that asked me about it, right?
I don't think you can.
See, I'm gonna explain what OG Kev is talking about. See, OG Kev is talking about a high value man. A man that possesses his own destiny. Hey, how you doing? Can I get the baby shrimp today?
Baby shrimp?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. And so what he means by they don't give a shit about your money. Why would you think bringing money to a man that makes money, that's driven to make money, why would he want your money? Why would he not want a woman that's going to raise his family? Now I understand where women will say, well, I can do that too. You're not understanding the whole we get to pick shit and you get to pick shit. And that's the name of the game. Now, I'm not a high value man. I'm a man. I'm just a regular average guy with an average job, right? But I understand what he's saying because as a average guy, I don't go after girls for money. Have I been with women with money more than me? Yes. When you're average, in this new world, a lot of women are making a lot of money. So, you know, it is what it is. But what I noticed is, like I said in my last video, a lot of women want this guy, and you have given up things, or you have possessed things now that he doesn't want. He doesn't want, like, I'm gonna let him explain, because Kev does it good too. But I'm talking from my side, because Kev never left out the average blue-collar guys, the regulars. And he said we should get respect too. Now, like I say, I'm speaking for average blue-collar guys. I'm not speaking for myself. But I will throw myself in there time to time to, you know, whatever.
Get your understanding. You came in saying, what about women who are in this income and don't need a man? The question is, why don't you have a husband at your age if you want one?
Because I think I didn't find the one. And I'm not.
She doesn't have a husband at 40 years old is because she has a career. See, a career and a husband is like the same thing. It's a full-time job. And it's kind of hard to do both. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm sure there's plenty of women that do it. But I see a lot of women trying to do it, and it ain't working. And they're blaming all the guys and saying, you know, you fuckers don't know what you're doing. And no, they know what they want. Like, women are best for men in our little caveman ways that you think are, like building a family and shit. When a woman's young, she can produce children easier, more children. She can be shown exactly what I'm doing or that man's doing and learn all his ways so she can back him up on his journey of glory and all of this shit y'all want us to be. Now, if you're already 40 years in doing your own glory, if we're both 40, you're done. You're burnt out. Most women are, because most men, you know, we're built a little different, but most men don't want to fucking go hard after 40 or during 40. So the ones that I have this extra and they are going to go hard in all of this, they have a higher drive. So right there and then, like, you got to think about sexually. You're not going to please this man because you're older. You may be attractive, but they're the young girls and they're attractive too. They don't have a business mind and negotiate everything, so they're just gonna say yes. You want to go where? And you want me to do what? Yes. That's the difference. And I understand older women. It's not like kind of fair. It's the same thing as being a broke guy. It's not fair, but there are ways to adjust. Now, like I said in my last video, if the women wasn't all going after this guy and didn't waste all that time just looking for him before yous hit 40 and while yous have your career going, yous pass plenty of regular guys up that actually look good. They just don't got that money, and they have all the other things that, you know, the richer guy that you think is gonna want you that really doesn't, because yeah, you got a career, you got this, but you're not Holly Berry. You're not none of that. You just I'm not gonna insult any women, but you know how you insult us? You're that. The exact things how you insult us and be like, you bum, you're lazy, you're not good enough, you're not on my level, I'm a goddess and all that. The high guys look at, they're very picky, just like women, because they can be, so they are. And, you know, it's not fair. I get it, ladies. If we was in the perfect world, every woman would have a man, and every man would have $1 million so they can get a good woman. But we live in reality where people pick, and like I said in the other video, there's a lot more women than men, so there's going to be a lot of women that are alone, and women are very picky too now, so that means all the average guys are going to be alone too. So don't feel bad.
not necessarily willing to settle.
We're all gonna get to be alone
So,
together
So that's why I'm
instead of being together.
Y'all all say the same thing. I didn't find the one. Like this is the Matrix, and you're all looking for Neo. Oh,
no, my values.
There is no
My
one.
values.
There is no one.
No, I didn't say the one. I said the one for my values.
No, that's not what you said. You said I didn't find the one.
The one, yeah, for me, for my values, because I
Okay.
think that I have
So there's only one
family
person.
values.
There's only one person.
You sure?
7 billion people. There's only one person.
Only one.
No, I believe in several soulmates. I do. I believe.
Thank you.
I believe. Yeah.
Okay, first of all,
Yes.
you just contradicted yourself. See, the problem with women like yourself.
No, I'm talking about
Listen.
Okay, I'll let you talk, but please let me talk also
Well,
after,
you're
so
40
I
and
can express
unmarried.
myself.
You're 40 and unmarried, so that says everything we need to know.
What does that say? Tell me, what does that say about it?
You're losing it what you want.
I haven't been that happy in my life, though.
Hold on, ma'am. I asked, do you want to get married? You said yes. If marriage is the outcome you want, you don't have it. That means you're losing it what you want.
No, because I
Yes, what it means.
want it now.
No, ma'am, no. See, words mean things.
Thank you.
Words mean things.
Good night.
And you're not
too.
on here because you're
But out of context,
and you're not here because you're happy and it doesn't matter.
I am happy.
The problem, okay, then why are you here? And your dog and dialogue.
I don't.
See, a lot of women, unfortunately, you get triggered, and I don't care why. I mean, I understand why, because we all get triggered. We hear things, we know we want a fucking good life. We want at least, you know what I mean? She worked 40 fucking years and broke her back, and she's making 6 figures. She's not a very attractive woman. That's why I don't show their faces, because they're not attractive women, all of them, and some of them are. And I'm not Kev Samuels. I'm not gonna fucking do that to people because they got lives and shit. And after, like, you know, the ha 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 and all that lights go off, they gotta go back and deal with all the insults and the fucking. And that's why I try not to insult people. But when, you know, I'm listening to a woman that, in an attractive level, I wouldn't date her. I wouldn't date her. She's not attractive enough for me. And I'm a fucking sweeper. I sweep the fucking floor. Get it? She makes 6 fucking figures, but it doesn't matter. Because she's not in my lane. She would never look at a nigga like me. And if she did, you know what I mean? We probably wouldn't really have anything in common. We don't really sound like we have anything in common. But the whole point is, I'm not attracted to her like that. So that's already fucking that up. And then if she has that attitude of what she's showing right now of, I should just have because I'm a fucking 6-figure woman. You work for your career, not a husband. And you obviously don't know what you do because you're 40 years old and you're arguing with a grown-ass man 60 years old or 50 years old. You're fucking arguing with him about what men like to pick. And you're saying, no, it should be like this. You're 40 years old. It hasn't been like that the whole time. Step back into reality and end your life nice. You have money. You have half the life. Now all you need to do is realize you're not getting Prince Charming and find a decent man that actually will love you, because the other guys are going to give you the old wham bam thank you ma'am. So it's like you're hurting yourself. And the money's not going to get you a money man. Yeah, sound your horn while you're already in the middle of the street.
That's true.
Still gonna keep walking.
And I never said that marriage was my priority.
Congratulations.
Getting angry.
That's what you get instead of a husband.
Yes.
Yes.
And I haven't complained about it.
Because men want something too. They don't want old wives.
Yeah, and I totally
Yeah.
agree with you. I haven't said anything
I didn't
against
say you
that.
come, man. I asked you. Okay, then why? You said you want to get married. Do you think you'll get married?
See, I am like, you know what I mean? He's saying it straight up, like, but it sounds insulting. Men don't want old wives. No, they don't. Not if you're young and you don't have children. Why? Because you're going to want to have children, and that's a health problem. It's a risk to her. She might die and shit, and all these other things. So it's not an insult of, oh, we don't want you because you're old. I've seen so many older women that will put younger women to shame. It's a shame. In looks, having your life together, you know, things like that. But, like I say, we're talking about high-value men that you're going after. These guys want families and legacies and shit. You know what I mean? They want children. So, not even being mean and all this, oh, I'm alpha and I'm... No, they're not picking you because of that, too. So, the attitudes and all of that, that just makes it worse. The I should have, without even knowing what these men want, that's not going to help neither. You know what I mean? And... I bring these things up because I watched this man for like 2 years, and it was the most fucking craziest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna stop playing that lady's video. All she does is just fucking give a little bit more argument for 2 more seconds. He cuts her off, and then he says, "I'm not doing this anymore," because he doesn't want to argue with her and keep explaining to her that your career is the reason why you're not gonna get these guys. If you could. You already have money, so you should be around them. And if you're around them, then they're not picking you. Later on during the fucking thing, she says, where are these guys? And he tries to explain to her again, like, you don't know where they are, but you have money like them. They're right there. They just don't go up to you because you're not their pick. So, you know. And after a while it gets frustrating, and then you got to argue with the woman because they keep saying no, but, and you're like, listen, I'm not that guy. Whatever guy you have in your head that you really want, and he's not picking you, we're not the men that are trying to be mean and be like, give you some false reason of why somebody didn't pick you or not. We're just trying to do our thing and really be on it on a level of like trying to help you get over these certain little stupid shit that you're doing, so you can go find a real dude that might, you know, give a fuck. Now, I could be wrong. He could be wrong, but you know, we could be right too. And some of you could be getting some decent husbands. At least boyfriends, shit. Now, on a flip note, that's what I was talking about in the other video about men choosing more than one. Because if you haven't noticed, all these women are going to keep saying they want this certain man. And it's different races. It's not just one. So, you know, it's not like it's not been ingrained in all women since we were kids that, you know, get a fucking man that can take care of you and raise your children. So it's not like it's a fucking... It's not like it's something that you are not going to tell your own daughter. The thing is, are you going to tell your own daughter the truth and be like, listen, if you don't become what that man wants, or you don't look good enough, but, you know what I mean, because you don't, or whatever the case may be, you may have to tell her. Break down the hard truth. So she's not stuck in this fantasy world like these other poor women are. And then they grow up and they're older and they're like, why the fuck am I not married? This is like literally some bullshit. Because you've been searching for the wrong men. Like the other video I did, I only got 15 seconds left. I'm going to continue this a little later. Hope you learned something. And we're going to keep doing this for a little bit and see where it goes. All love.